Thank you, Eric. So my name is József Nyíri. I am the chief innovator of IND Group. And on the keyboards, we have Roland Pechenye, co-founder and executive chairman of IND Group. IND Group is an online banking, PFM and mobile banking vendor, mostly operating in Europe and serving 30 banks who run IND technology. Our key differentiator is our focus on user experience. We believe that financial planning and financial advisory should be made available for everyone. And we believe that current PFM offerings are not delivering this. They are boring. They are static information. It's nice to have a look at, but doesn't tell me what to do with this information and what to change to live a better financial life. So what we have invented is a financial management and planning tool, what we call Story of My Finances. And if we can switch to the Mac, financial planning advisory, which focuses on real-life scenarios. And real-life scenarios for us are not really, okay, thank you, are not really about financial products, but they are about everyday issues which are backed, which are supported by financial products. So let's see how it works. I'm logged in with the user Max Power, and on the top I can see a quick view of how much money I got, free to spend, available balance, upcoming expenses, upcoming income. And just down below on my storyline, I have a section which is called Add More Stories. To this, we will come back to this one. A little bit down under, I can see my wishes and goals. Obviously, we use visualization, and we want to make it pleasing to the users. These are, the wishes and goals are short-term consumption goals mostly. Save for a rainy day is an emergency fund, which tells me what happened if I lose my job. How can I prepare for an illness or a car breakdown? How much can I cover? Retirement planning is short or much more longer-term investments. And at the future spending planner, I can see when can I reach my goals. So these are just examples. These are open stories that I have opened on my storyline. And let's come back to this, add more stories to my storyline. We have prepared more than a dozen of what we call stories, which are much more, again, about life scenarios, like we're expecting a baby. I'd like to buy a home. I'd like to cut down my debt. And obviously, every customer has different needs, has different life problem situations, so everybody will open a different story. How we define a story is every story has a goal setting. When I say that I want to reach something, every story has a status where I monitor it, when I can see what's happening to it on my storyline. And every story has an achievement, an end state, where I'm actually reaching a real-life goal with using this story-based concept. So let's open the story, what we call How to Spend Less. It is a tool where we reuse existing PFM tools and charts. Like I'm saying, I want to spend less by 200 every month, and I do it for the next 6 months. So this is the goal setting. I go next, and the tool helps me to see where can I cut this 200 out of my spendings. I can see I spend a lot on housing, but I spend quite a lot on food and dining and entertainment as well. So I go next, and in the next step, I kind of can mark that what were the, in my opinion, unnecessary spendings, what is realistic to cut, what was foolish luxury spending. So I mark a few spendings and I click next. And then at the end of the story setting, so I click next, I go on, and at the end of the story setting, I set up my monthly budget. So this is how much I would like to spend every month. So when I set it to something like 2,000, with seeing how much I marked as unnecessary, so what is realistic to actually cut. And when I click finish, I have set up my story. We added a gamification with badges and points. And I'm clicking on back to stories. And actually what happens is that it opened a new story on my storyline, which is called How to Spend Less, and where I can monitor if I can live up to my expectations, if I can really spend less by that 200, that's what I said. So, and I think this is kind of like an important story, so I move it up a little bit on my storyline. And obviously, if I don't need this story anymore, I can close it as well. The beauty of this whole concept is the number of different stories are endless. Every market, every customer base can have different problems, can have different stories. And it's not only a financial institution or a bank can set up stories, but we have defined this tool to enable custom stories. So partners, financial advisors, or anyone who has a specific story with a financial product behind can set up a story and can launch it in this app store like a story view. I would like to ask to switch to the mobile devices a little bit, which was at the front, yeah. We think that this type of financial planning and financial advisory is or should be done by myself. I, as a customer, can set up stories like this. But obviously, there is a bigger financial planners or an advisor network who would also be able to use this tool to set up stories for their customers. So with using responsive web design, we have made it available on tablet or on phones. The kind of like the same HTML works, but obviously showing a little bit less content there. I think what's really important in this whole concept is there is no one-size-fits-all. Everyone has different problems. Everyone will open different stories. But of course, mostly all the stories are supported by financial products like a mortgage, a loan, and insurance. And we think that banks shouldn't push products to end customers, but they should communicate through stories. What is your problem? And then how can I help on that with a financial product? So we from IND Group are here to speak to banks and analysts about this story-based financial planning concept. Thank you.